Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Tres Amigos Talk Show, where I am Santa Tom, and I'm joined every Thursday night by my two good friends, the Tactical Santa, Dino Propas, and the one and only Bearded Chief, Steve Banos. Guys, how are you doing this fine Thursday evening?
Go ahead, Santa.
I'm doing really good. I've had a really great week, just getting things ready. Got lucky. I got all the pieces of my wardrobe to go to Worlds with, so I'm happy. I've got 3 outfits planned, so it's going to be fun. Can't wait to go do that. Really excited, though, about the trip. The main thing I'm excited about is getting some cold cheese pizza with Bearded Chief. That's going to be highlight. But I'm doing well.
Yeah. I'm excited for tonight, guys. Really, really excited. And I've had a busy week. Family's come over. My daughter's staying with us. She's going to have the baby maybe out during the show. I don't know. It's going to be crazy. but yeah, she's here and resting. And I'm excited about these guys coming on tonight.
I think we all are, guys. Mm-hmm. And appreciate everybody joining us tonight. Tell us where you're checking in from. Tell us what you're wearing in beard. That's kind of going to be kind of one of the themes of tonight's show is beard-related content, but also so much more. Guys, I will just say this. That feeling you get when some days you wake up, you just feel like you're behind. That's how I feel today. And Dino, I'm going to tell you something. I was kind of running late getting on to the show tonight because I watched Chief's video that he just dropped today, and you can go check it out on Chief's YouTube channel on conditioning your beard. So in the sink, and it was a really good video. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna go try this. So I'm in there and I'm letting it condition, let it do its thing, and doing all this. And I look at the time and I said, well, I guess I need to rinse this out. So that got me running behind. So it's Chief's fault that I'm running late and overexcited tonight, but it's such a great video, guys. You can check out Dino and Chief's YouTube channel and Instagram channels. They're linked to this YouTube site. So make sure you go check them out, subscribe, and like their content if you haven't done so already. Also, make sure you check out their Monday night show live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday Night Mayhem. Guys, who do you guys have this Monday night coming up?
The lead singer, Chief, you got to remind me, is a lead singer.
Dead silent. Billy Schuller,
dead silent. Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, tonight, don't forget to join Melissa, Copper John's Melissa, at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. She Knows is live. And from what I understand, guys, I believe she has a special guest on tonight. So you guys make sure you check in for that. We will try not to bleed you guys over too much into that, but she's so gracious. She understands that there's a little bleed over there. And also at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard, the Bearded Respect has Flaming Beard Co., who are good friends of the Tres Amigos show. So make sure you check that out. We love Ricky and Ronnie here on the Tres Amigos show. Other than that, guys, anything else going on this week? I know we got the Buckeye Beard Battle coming up in September. It's getting closer, and we'll start advertising for that on this show more as it approaches, because Dino Propas, Steve Banos, and myself will all three be there. It'll be the first time we all three get to meet up, and I am so excited to meet two of my mentors and two guys that I look up to very much. So if you can join us in any way, please make sure you do. If you guys don't have anything, I'm going to say hello to our chat real quick, because I'm excited about getting these guests on and letting you guys have at them. Just do me a favor, guys. Just make sure you keep it PG tonight with these two. I'm kidding. All right, first one in tonight was the Pud Master.
What up,
my
Pud?
fellow Texans. What's going on, Pud? And Baker. How you doing, Baker? Abe. Hey, how's it going, Abe? And Mr. Small Town Tradition. Jim, how you doing, brother? There's Mr. Shed Kevin Woodworks.
With the awesome beard.
We can start the show now.
They're here.
Frick and Frack are here. Bob and Terry. And there's Mr. Jeff Hyman. What's up, brother? Hey, Christopher, how you doing? It's good to see you. Thank you for joining us tonight, man. Mr. Blake Hughes. He is excited for Robert and Terri. They are pillars in the bearded community. Absolutely. All right. And Mr. Santa Allen, how you doing, sir?
What's up, Santa?
There's Mad Donkey.
Oh, wait.
What's going on, guys? All right. Ooh, a lot of chatter. Kay, how you doing?
It's Kay.
All right. Hey, Tara.
What's happening, Tara?
Tara says her and Finn are here. Hey, Finn, how you doing?
Little man.
And there's Dave. Hey, brother, how you doing, man?
What's happening, Dan?
Mr. Jordan J.
Hi, Jordan.
Frankie, always appreciate your support, brother. You're always around, man. Thank you so much. Mr. Santa Lincoln Crumb. Hey, another Trace Amigos friend.
Yeah.
How's it going, brother? Bro, I can't talk about it right now. I'll get too much into the Christmas theme here. And there's Copper John's Melissa. Hey, how's it going? You guys make sure you check out that special guest tonight. We're here. It's going to be a good one. Dead Smooth, how you doing? Just wore some Dead Smooth product yesterday, guys. All right. And there's Amber. Hey, Amber, how you doing? Dino. What's going on, Mr. Dino? How are you?
Dino.
And there is the man, the myth, Mr. Mike Burr. Hey. I think Chief's got a question for you tonight, Mike. Let me see, guys. I'm skimming down. Everybody saying hello. There's Matt from Florida Boys. How you doing, brother? Enjoy your vacation. You guys be safe. All right. Hey, all right. Anthony Grice, a.k.a. the Bearded Butcher. I love it. All right, guys. I think this is Bruce City. How you doing? What's the theme for that one, Mrs. Bruce City?
Hello, murder. Is that it?
No. Hello, Becky.
Hello, Becky.
I've got to get that set up.
Yeah, it's better than ours.
Right. All right, guys. Now, don't thank me yet. He hasn't asked his question yet, brother. All right. And there's Randy R. How you doing? Ooh, a lot of people here tonight, guys. We appreciate you so much. Babysitter Jess. Mr. John Covington, how you doing, brother? I bet you I chat with John 3 or 4 times a week. We're just back and forth about products. Such a good guy. And I don't know if you guys saw it, but on Father's Day, his daughter sent him a message on Facebook, a video. It made me tear up. You know what? I gave one of my daughters a hard time because she said, "What do you want for Father's Day?" I sent her that video and said, "This." She said, "Good luck."
That was sweet.
Yes. Mr. David Brown. I think I skipped over 3D. How you doing? All right, guys. Oh, goodness gracious. Flaming Beard, good luck tonight. You guys are going to do great tonight on the Bearded Respect. I look forward to seeing it. Such good people. All right. Finest Mixed Breed. How you doing, Finest? Good to see you.
100 in today after the workout. 100. Sorry.
I think I saw 100 brush strokes doing that video that made me late.
Yeah.
That's about what I did, 100 comb strokes trying to. Yeah. All right, Mr. Blake Hughes, how you doing, brother?
What's up, Blake?
Okay. There's Mr. True North, Chris. How you doing?
Hey, Chris.
You know, I did a video. It wasn't a beer product related, and I was so worried because I was actually wearing this shirt last week on the video, and I got thinking, man, I hope they don't get upset because I did like a copyright thing with their. So I reached out to them and made sure I added them in the video at the bottom. Shirt by. So it's just an offhanded, one like a talking head video. Hey, Christopher. All right. I think we said hello, guys, to everybody.
Lee.
Oh, I had to get this in here. I don't think I've caught up. You said Lee. There he is. Okay. Mr. Lee, you guys make sure you check out those drops coming out tomorrow. Fantastic. All right. Okay. Mark Johnson, how you doing, brother? Thank y'all so much. Guys, so many, 44 people in here right now. Thank y'all so much. And I, I would love to say they're on here to see us three guys, but I don't think that's the case. All right. What? I told you somebody was going to notice, Chief. I told you. Guys, I wish I could tell their story, but it would not be the truth. They wanted me to say that I came across a group of Hell's Angels on the road, and I stood tall, and I was one of the last ones, but that ain't the case, guys. I had a little oral surgery done this week, and that guy went to town on my jaw, and yeah. So now today I woke up. I had a fat lip yesterday. Today I got a black eye, but truthfully, that's what happened. I wish I could give a better story than that.
You should have trimmed your mustache like he asked. Maybe he wouldn't have dug so deep.
No, dude wanted me to trim my mustache. I told him, have you lost your mind? So I waxed it. You guys should have seen me. I look so ridiculous. It was waxed like way over to the side. I was trying to watch videos of Jump Masters videos on waxing and stuff. All right, guys. I think, unless you've seen somebody else jump in here, I don't want to miss anybody.
Greg Boswell.
Mr. Greg Boswell. I don't think I've caught up with him yet or caught up to that point yet. Rob Allen. I don't know if we said hello. Guys, I'm so sorry if I miss you guys. Bearded Sasquatch, Bearded Squatch, how you doing, brother? It's good to see you, man. There's Jacob.
Hey.
Ooh, there's so many of you guys here tonight. Cuckoo Cookie. Okay, it's good to see you in here. All right, we'll take it. And guys, help me out. If I've missed anybody, I don't want to miss anybody. I know you guys said Greg Boswell.
Greg Boswell.
There you go. Thank you so much. Had to get some help. I'm still scrolling down, guys, making sure I didn't miss anybody. There he is. Okay, Greg, appreciate you so much for being in here. We just been staying in contact every day. Both of us are such content nerds. We just have so much to talk about. And there's Corey. How you doing, brother? Thank you so much. Appreciate you so much, Corey. Thank you for being here. Amber, that's a good problem to have, all the people. Yes, absolutely. We appreciate it, guys. I am counting 47 in the chat right now at this moment. Unless you guys have something more, I have wasted 12 minutes of our valuable time with the two that everybody came to see tonight. Please help us welcome a good Trace Amigos hearty welcome to the one and only Bob and Terri Jones.
What's happening,
hey guys?
Hi, everybody. Good to see everyone. Thank you guys for showing up. Let's have some fun, right?
Oh, yeah.
They showed up strong for you guys, man.
Yes, they did.
It is so good to have you guys here tonight, and we are so appreciative of you giving your time and also making the Trace Amigos Mike Baker, Brewer, number one on your to-do list to go live with. We appreciate you so much. And guys, we love the Bearded Respect and look for Bob and Terri to be on the Bearded Respect here really, really soon. But we appreciate you both being on here I'm going to be quiet and let these two have the show. So thank y'all so much again for being here and enjoy the time.
Good to see you. We're gonna miss the chat. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much.
We are so excited to have you. Like all week, been excited. And I told you the story before, but I had some little work to do out in the garage and come in and I was sitting down eating some ice cream. And I look at my watch and I was like, oh, I got to get busy, man. I didn't do my this or that question. So I hammered out some this or that questions and I was like, oh, whew, made it. But you guys are pillars in the community. You're the ones everybody looks to, and you're always so cool and supporting, and just everybody loves you guys. That's all I'm going to say.
Thank you, Chief.
Yeah, it is such an honor and pleasure to have you both on here. I see you all over on Facebook and Instagram, and it's so awesome. And thank you for coming on. We're going to have some fun tonight, definitely.
You're not burned out. You see us all over. You still good?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So guys, at the beginning of the show, I'm sure you've seen one or two of the shows. We open up with some softball questions, this or that. And like I said, I was in a little bit of a rush because, man, time just gone today. So I'm gonna go first. And sound good?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
This is more in our era because we're all about the same age. So, drive-in movie or theater?
We're both going to go with drive-in. And actually, the last town that we lived in Tennessee before we moved here, and Chris Dominguez, who is in the chat, that's Terry's baby boy, Terry's youngest son, who is now in exceeding 40s.
He'll be 43.
Yeah, so he actually got to go with us. That town still has a drive-in theater, so that was pretty cool.
We had one like 5 miles from us, and it just closed down last year. But there's one about 12 miles from us that's still open. I think there's like a dozen left in the United States. It's sad. We go get our pizza, get a little box of pizza, cold cheese pizza brewer if you're in here. Get our cold cheese pizza. We go to the drive-in and watch, 2 movies, and it was magical. Loved it. Good answer. Bingo.
I agree. I concur.
Cool.
Alrighty. Talk like a pirate for the rest of your life, or walk like a robot everywhere.
Aye.
Yeah.
Pick the pirate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
What about you?
So you're turtling. I don't know.
Yeah.
Come on, Mike. Come on. That's horrible.
Brewer says, Chief, how old were you when movies became a thing?
They didn't have sound, but they were there. Okay.
Man.
Okay.
Black and white, silent movies.
Black and white. But I do remember being the remote control for my dad. Go change the
Oh, absolutely.
and you had to walk up, click. No. Click. No. Go back. Click. No, go back.
Yeah. Well, I remember with us, it was 3 channels. That was it. You had your 3 major networks and PBS if you could get it. That was it, man.
We were rock stars, man. We finally got a remote. It had 2 buttons, and you had to push them like really hard. Click.
Right.
Was it corded, Chief? Was the remote corded?
I can't remember, but I know it was big, and the buttons were big.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
Hilarious.
All right. Saturday Night Live or MTV?
Can we go all the way back to the original SNL?
Abso-friggin-lutely, yes.
The only way I'll watch it, and that
Right.
is the answer.
Yes.
Final answer.
Both of you? Excellent. Yeah.
Yeah.
The old Saturday Night Live was
Absolutely.
the best.
Yeah.
Cheeseburger, Coke, no Coke, Pepsi. I loved it.
So do any of you guys remember Fridays?
Yes.
Okay, that was ABC's attempt to answer NBC's SNL, and that was live from LA.
Yeah.
And that was the first time that I ever remember seeing, what is his name? Michael Richards, the guy that was on Seinfeld. He was actually on ABC's Fridays, which was a live also.
Honey, they're all babies. They don't know this.
Oh no, now Dino said he remembered Fridays.
I saw a video clip on YouTube.
Oh, I don't want to hear it. We saw it live, brother. All right, that's been a few years. Carry on.
All right. Be trapped in a romantic comedy with your ex or a horror movie with your in-laws.
Let me get the first part of that again.
Be trapped in a romantic comedy with your ex or a horror movie with your in-laws.
Aren't they the same? No, it would be the horror movie, no doubt, with the in-laws.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I got to give it to you. Okay, I'm sure you guys remember prom. Okay, prom or homecoming dance? Which one would you prefer?
Prom.
Terry went to both. I went to neither. I spent my time on the river or in a cave or in the woods. So if I had one of the two, I'd probably do prom as well. Yeah, probably. Especially if I could go with this one.
There
You
you,
know?
go.
Yeah.
Brownie points. Love it.
If you're not making them, you're an idiot. Not the brownies, the points.
Right.
We're both. I like brownies too.
Yeah.
Have to wear flippers everywhere you go or oven mitts on your hands for eternity.
I can rock oven mitts.
Yeah, probably the oven mitts. The flippers, man, I don't know. That'd be hard to get around wearing flippers anywhere.
Right.
I think I'd have to go with flippers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Drink from a garden hose or share one pop with 4 of your buddies in the middle of summer.
God, I've done both, so
Right?
yeah. Give me the hose. I'm good.
Love the hose.
Yeah.
Just let it run for a second.
Garden house.
Garden hose all the way. All the way.
If you grew up in the country and you hauled hay or anything like that, like we used to do, you passed around a gallon jug of water with whoever was in the field.
True.
So yeah, sharing a pop with 4 of my buddies,
No big deal.
Yeah.
Big deal. Today, maybe a little different. Back then, nobody cared.
Well, you got a point there too, Chief.
Alrighty. A giant chicken challenges you to a dance battle in front of your entire hometown. What's your go-to move?
I'm probably going to slide up, kick that dude's leg out from under him, and then the dance is over with.
Okay.
Mine, I was going to say I would do the sprinkler because that's all I know how to do. Just
Yeah.
you know.
Well, you've got one on me if you know that one. So
Is that how you do the sprinkler? I thought it was.
I mean, you know, variation, Chief. There's variations. You know, my variation of it.
Can you dab like Tara?
yeah.
What's that? I'm not. I can't do it as good as Tara. I can't do that. Yep.
No.
You better be careful. If you keep mentioning her name, she's going to want to see the gun show. So you better
Shout out to Miss K, by the way.
Oh, we're gonna have to talk about that here in a minute.
Absolutely.
I got one more. These are awesome. The A-Team or the $6 Million Man.
Ooh. That would have been a good show if they had come together and combined.
Yeah.
Steve Austin.
Yeah, Terry's the same. She by a nose. We both picked Lee Majors and the $6 Million Man.
I think I kind of would too.
Those shows were great.
Yeah. I had the action figure, the big one. You could look through his head.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did it sound like his bionic eye? That would have been really cool.
Yeah.
That's
You know, I'm kind of sad because if you both would have said A-Team, then I could have said the line. I love it when a plan comes together. But I
yes.
can't do that, you know?
Okay, let's try it again. What was your favorite, the A-Team or the $6 Million Man? A-Team.
I love it when a plan comes together.
There you go, buddy. That wasn't hard.
Fuck, he was that easy to lead all the time, you know. I'm telling you.
Oh, shoot. This is my last silly question for you guys. Have spaghetti for hair or sweat maple syrup?
Does that include facial hair?
Yep. Facial.
Maple syrup then.
Yeah. Send it. Full send on the maple syrup.
Yeah, it's going to be the maple syrup, not the spaghetti. I like the beard like it is.
Yeah, but you never know. I mean, if you had spaghetti for facial hair, right? Imagine how easy it would be to style, though.
Yeah, and the sauce would seem more in place than when you get it on currently, right?
Right.
So if you spill spaghetti on your spaghetti beard, no one will notice.
No
Right.
big deal. Exactly.
Right. Chief, that could be a plus for you, man.
Yeah. Me too.
Right.
What's the worst thing you've got in your beard? I don't like getting queso in my beard.
Oh yeah, that's terrible.
Oh, I bet queso would be bad. Peanut butter is tough.
I know.
He had to call the hotline.
I did.
See the
Yeah,
video?
I saw that. I did see that.
Yeah.
That was really in there too. I took a spoon and I packed it in there so the jar would stay on.
Right.
Mhm.
Some s'mores in your beard.
Oh
You
yeah,
want the
s'mores.
marshmallow?
That's another
Oh,
Ew.
marshmallow.
oh yeah.
You buy a wash when you do that. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
You buy a wash.
Well, you eat the s'mores, you got to take tiny bites because you don't want to get the marshmallow anywhere.
Yep. Mustard.
Mustard's not good.
Just take a fork with everything. That's what I do. I just fork.
Yeah.
I eat everything with a fork now.
Well, what about the marshmallows that got the chocolate built inside the marshmallow? That's probably a little bit better.
I haven't tried that.
Yeah. Smart.
Have we?
I think I just made the marshmallow way too gooey, melty, and it just dripped out
Drip.
everywhere.
Well, that actually kind of leads me into a couple questions that we have. El Pud would like to know, we need a Terri baking cooking class. That sounds like a good YouTube channel right there. Any chances of something like that in the future, Miss Terri?
Maybe.
Maybe. Hey, we'll take a maybe. And Jim Murray says, when are we going to see Bob and Terri, or Bob beard routine video?
Yeah.
Sounds like another YouTube channel right there.
You guys are saying channel. These sound like one show deals to me. I know that Pud wound up getting Christopher on his team because he is always on to Mama about doing live cooking.
There you go.
It's a great idea.
It really is. And then 3D would like to know, how long has Bob been growing his masterpiece?
Funny that he asked that because we were just talking about that today, trying to figure out when we came along with the bearded community, because that's really when I grew this beard, and it's probably been close to 18 months. I mean, I've had it trimmed a couple times, but probably all in all about 18 months.
Nice.
Well, guys, keep asking your questions. If I don't get right to them, I do star them. So if you got any questions or comments for Bob and Terri, please drop them in the chat and we will get to them. Bob and Terri, real quick question. I'm sorry, Chief. Go right ahead. You go ahead. I was trying to kill the silence. You go ahead, brother.
So you went to a beard comp recently, and I guess you won, and then you won Best in Show. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
You came home with some hardware then. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Yep. And afterward, we entered one online that was hosted by Mikey's Beard Co.
Okay.
And that online's kind of different because you don't know who you're competing with. And I was fortunate enough to I won third in that one, so pretty nice. It's different, yeah. It's nice.
You need to go to Buckeye Beard Battle because Jacob makes this WWE wrestling belt with what's the term? It's not Best in Show. It's something else, but it's on the belt, and you get this belt, and it's beautiful. Jacob does amazing work, but I don't have a chance in hell of getting that belt because I won't be entering. So, but I'll be there.
It's like the lottery, my friend. You have to play if you're going to win. You know.
Well, I can't play. I got other duties.
I understand.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, actually, Terri and I are looking at a Buckeye. I don't know that we're going to be able to pull that off or not, but we're looking at it. If we can't do it this year, we may well do it next year. We were thinking about Worlds, but that it's too close. We just can't get away that close in time, not in distance. As close in distance, we'd probably be there, right?
Yeah. Well, Dino's going to World.
Cool.
Yep.
Well, Mike Brewer says Bob's beard is definitely world's worthy. And I 100% agree. And Abe would like to know, have you ever used tallow products? If so, what is your opinion of them?
Well, in short, Abe, yes. Use them, and some we like better than others. I will tell you, is it all right if we mention?
Absolutely.
Okay, Matt with Florida Boys Grooming, that whipped tallow butter. Let me tell you, does he call it batter? Tallow whip beard batter?
Body batter.
Body batter. Yeah, it's whipped, and she has been using that on her face every night, and she says she likes it better than any oil.
Wow.
I like bird at night.
She likes bird oil at night.
This one, I can't get off of it. I've been using it for 2 weeks now, and it's so soft, and I just love it.
So the whipped is much better to use and much easier to use than we've used other tallow-based products. And some of them are so firm, they're hard to break down. They don't have the same feel. This product that Matt's put out is really unique.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you something else that's a positive. You don't smell the tallow.
No, not at all.
It truly is without scent.
Right.
And when it comes to tallow products, brothers, that is a boon.
Yeah.
So
It's awesome. Well, guys, there is 52 people in the chat right now. We thank every one of you guys so much for being here. I think before the show, Chief, that Bob asked you to ask somebody specific, and I would like you to get the question in before he leaves the chat to get ready for his show. But I believe you have a question for Mr. Mike Brewer.
Yeah, this is very serious, and it's been bothering a lot of people in the community.
I thought Mike would be good to ask this.
Yeah, Mike. Got to ask Mike Brewer.
Yeah.
I go to my shed. I grab my weed whacker and I go whack weeds. Or is it grab the weed eater and weed eat weeds? I need clarification. So I think it's weed whacker, whack weeds.
Yep.
Mike is the man to have that conversation with. That's a deep conversation.
Whacker.
As Scott weighs in. Of course, it's whack.
Whack. Whacker.
Well, guys, I know you guys got a couple more questions. I know Dino at the top of the hours got the question, but Bob, you made a comment one time since I mentioned music, and I know you guys are both big music lovers, and I had made a comment one day about one of my a group that I grew up with and actually happened to see in concert. Was fortunate enough because he's up in age now, and that's Ian Anderson with Jethro Tull. And you'd made the comment that you were a pretty big Jethro Tull fan as well, and that is so awesome. And, I grew up on that music, and it brings back so many memories. And I had the opportunity to actually take my son to go see them in concert. So
cool.
What I would like to ask you and Terri, and also Chief and Dino, what is a standout memory that you guys have with your children and or your marriage? It's something that just stands out to you and just brings back, you just love to think back about those memories. We'll start with Bob and Terri.
Mm-hmm.
I said we'll start with Bob and Terri.
Well, of course you will. Musically, we haven't never, and I've never gone to a lot of concerts, even back in the day. But she and I had an opportunity to go down here a few years ago and actually see a guy that I would love to be able to see again. That was Gordon Lightfoot. That's a different kind of genre from rock and roll, and definitely separated and far removed from Anderson and Tull. But Gordon Lightfoot is a master in his own, or was at least a master in his own right. So that's that. We got to see that show. That was something that we enjoyed and brings back some memories for us, I think.
Dino, how about you? What's a musical concert or some kind of musical memory that brings back the memories for you?
I think actually, so there was a famous venue in Detroit called Cobo Hall, and Kiss actually got to play the last show at Cobo Hall.
Cool.
And I took this young lady I was dating at the time, and she had never saw Kiss before. So it was actually she didn't really know a lot about Kiss, and it was actually really cool watching the expression on her face when she's seeing this, band play and the theatrics and everything. So it was really cool. I don't date her anymore, but I got her hooked on Kiss, and to this day, as far as I know, she still listens to Kiss and likes the stage show. So that was cool.
Dino said, "My work here is done."
Right?
That's not fair. Dino's a bodyguard for rock and roll stars. What do you mean asking, do you have any memory?
Right.
Well, it's funny when he asked that. I'm like, I gotta narrow everything down. I'm like, where do I go?
Which one, right?
Well, he got me because he's like, well, if your wife or kids, I'm like, well, no wife and hopefully no kids that I know of. So I gotta figure out something here.
Chief, how about you, brother?
I'm glad I went last because I had to think about this. There's an air show in Virginia Beach at one of the bases down there, and every year we go and take the kids. And one year I said to the wife, I said, "You need to go to this air show with us. It's going to be a hoot." She's like, "I don't really care about the air show." I said, "You really need to go to this air show," because Human League was playing, and my wife's from Scotland, and she loved Human League. And she's like, "I don't really want." I said, "Babe, come on, let's go." And I bugged her. And then we got there, and it was hot and brutal. And she's like, "You ready to go?" And I'm like, No. There's going to be some cool little band later on. And she's just miserable, and it's hot as anything. And I said, "Let's go watch this band real quick, and then we'll get out of here." As soon as they open up, boom, she's like, "Oh!" So yeah, she got to see Human League at the air show, which was
cool.
miserable.
Way cool. Yeah. I want to shout out to Black Cat Coffee Company. I see that they came through in chat. That's Titusville strong right there, brothers. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us tonight.
Santa Tom, what about you?
Well, I mentioned the Jethro Tull with my son. Now, I've seen a lot of concerts with my dad, but before I say that, Chris, are you talking about Chief and Dino, or are you talking about Bob and Terry? I just got to know that real quick. Please drop a comment in the chat, please. With my son, it was definitely seeing Jethro Tull. That wasn't the original Tull, but it was Ian Anderson. And I will tell you, he was old enough to where he did an intermission and he did a on-stage advertisement for prostate cancer. So that tells you how old that he was whenever he did that. So my biggest probably memory is with my dad, who's no longer here anymore, but we got to see in 1984 in Berlin, Germany, Pink Floyd.
Yes.
And that was outstanding. It was when the wall was still up, because David Gilmour disappeared for a little bit, and then he winds up, the spotlight shines on him. He's standing on the wall doing his solo on Comfortably Numb. Greatest thing I ever seen in my life. Unfortunately, I was probably too young to appreciate it then, but the memory is there. Absolutely love it.
Cool.
That's awesome.
David would like to know, what is your favorite go-to scent line, as we both seem to like a bit of the darker scents?
Good question.
Yeah. Now, David, when you say scent line, are you talking about kind of like I lean towards particular scent? I love smoke. I love tobacco. Boy, cherry's hard to beat. I'll tell you, if I like a good cherry, a good tobacco, and a good smoke is hard to beat. But I've started lately, I've actually started getting into some more, like green scents and that kind of thing. So,
yeah,
Terry and I both like a lot of different things, man.
I saw Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon era. That's awesome, guys. Hey, let us know in the chat too if any music memories are nostalgic for you. Bring up any memories. We'd like to know in the chat. But But you know, oh, sorry, guys. Okay, so what is next? Is there anything on the horizon for Bob and Terri? Is there anything that you would like to do as far as any new ventures that you'd like to do, either on social media or just in life hurdles in general?
Right now, we're working towards getting Terri retirement. And there's a good question from Mike. And once we get to that point, we'd love to do some traveling. So, you know, you guys look out. You can't ever tell, man. The riffraff may show up on your doorstep.
Love it. So what's in beard right now, and what's on your skin and hair and face, Terri? So both of you, what's on?
Me to go first? Well, I had to honor our wonderful hosts tonight. So the question I have is, whose scent am I wearing? Is it Santa Tom? Is it Dino's?
That's what I'm
Is
guessing.
it the big chief himself?
I'm guessing this. I'm guessing Santa Tom.
It's Santa Tom, 100%.
100% Santa Tom.
Oh, okay, all right.
I had that yesterday.
Oh man, and the scent profile on this says you have to smell nice to be naughty.
Yes, sir.
That's all you get out of it.
Bob, I wore that yesterday, and I
Oh.
sat down, and the wife walked in the living room, and she come up and gave me a kiss, and then she buried her face in my beard. She gave me that look. You know that look. She gave me that look.
Now, what look is that?
You know the look. She gave me that
More
look.
specific.
She gave me the look.
Okay, so to answer, okay, so Brewer would like to know, Terri, what is your favorite scent on Bob? I would say I'm guessing maybe scent profile. I guess it could be a specific scent.
He's got so many good ones. My favorite scent on you, I think it's a new one by TNBC, and it's the Grifter. I really love that on him. Yeah.
Well, that is perfect, because that leads us into our next question, which is, Bob and Terri, what is your favorite True North beard coat?
Yeah, see, now that's a thing. I'm going to have to go back and rethink that one, because
Too many.
yeah.
Good ones.
What is the one that I loved forever?
Members only?
Yeah, members only. Man, that one is an absolute banger. Then they came out with the Grifter.
Yeah.
Now there's another one. There's a third one that I've got, and there's three of them that I'm going to have to go back and do some serious beard time with. And I may make a deal out of that and do some posting about that online, because I'm going to have to resort and rethink this thing. But that's the area. Grifter, members only, and there was another one in there somewhere.
Dirty shirt croc guy, maybe.
No, it's somewhere in that rugged. It's one of the newer releases. I just can't think of. No, it was released with the American. The Ombre.
Ombre.
Yeah, those three. The Ombre. Yeah.
I'll tell you that the Grifter is hard to beat. The Grifter
Absolutely.
is it's hard to beat.
Looks like I got to go buy that one now. I don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Guys, I would like to shout out real quick the Santa community. I do a show every Saturday that I try to bridge the gap in between the Santa and the bearded community. Bob and Terri usually grace me with their presence, and I'm so thankful for that. We have Mrs. Claus Vintage herself in here tonight, Sean White. We also have a couple professional Santa Clauses in here. So I appreciate the Santa community coming in and help support a bearded community. But Sean, I would just like to ask you one question since you're in the chat. Don't you think that is the perfect Santa beard on Mr. Bob right there, Mr. Bob Jones? What an awesome sculpted beard. Looks like it's chiseled out of marble. Thank you for being here tonight, Sean.
Thank you so much, Santa Tom.
He's got that voice too.
Yes, he does.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, Dino, what do you have in beard?
Today, I actually tried a new company this week that I never tried before, Lucky Boy, and I've got Juicy in the beard today. And I'll tell you what, man, it's a citrus, but it's sweet and it's not overbearing because it's I believe the main scent is pink grapefruit.
Oh yeah.
So it's not overwhelming citrus. It's light, but it's got some sweetness to it, vetiver, and can't remember what else is in it. But it was really good today. I've got it in. I can still smell it. I put it in at 8 in the morning, so still rocking strong. I like it a lot.
I bet that pairs well with your sweatpants. It says juicy.
Hey, you're not supposed to tell everybody about that stuff, man. Come on.
Juicy.
Thank you, Sean.
Oh, anyhow, Florida boys, holy cannoli for me. Love it. It's very baking like chocolatey and delicious. A little bit of sexy in there.
I have Raven Beard Co. Old Havana in tonight. Highly recommend it. Absolutely love it. Just quality, good stuff. Appreciate that, guys. True North, was Terri on board when Bob decided to grow a beard, or did it take some time getting used to?
Terri, she's probably the reason, not that I grew the beard, but that I'm in, or we're in the bearded community. I started to grow the beard, and she decides she wants to go looking for product to help Bob with his facial problem and beard growing dilemma. And she gets in way over her head. And she comes to me and she says, I really wanted to do this for you for Christmas, but oh my God, there's a whole universe out here. And so you're going to have to do this yourself. So I started looking and we talked back and forth. And so that's how we started. And that would have been in November 2 years ago. So we're coming up on our second year, I guess, in November. And that's where we started buying some sample products, started listening and watching some video online, getting into different companies and that kind of thing. So yeah, she's very instrumental in our being here.
That is wonderful. And the last question for now is from Tara again. What is Bob's favorite thing? Or I guess one of Tara's favorite cookies, or got me all mixed up, tongue-tied here.
What is Bob's favorite thing Terri cooks?
Terri cooks. There you go. Thank you.
I'm telling you, man, if it'll hold still long enough to put a fork in it, I'll eat it. That's pretty much how I've always been. And Terri can cook. So I don't know, man. I mean, is there a favorite? I don't know.
Eats
That's
everything.
a good answer.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, I can eat it and love it. Terri's a great cook, guys. She truly is. Whether she's baking or whether she's on the grill or whether it doesn't matter. She is a fabulous cook.
Very well said, Mike.
Yep.
Chief, how about you? Your wife being from Scotland, the old country. What is your favorite thing? Is there like a favorite Scottish dish? I'm curious.
Thank you, Mike.
Wow. She makes turnip, and my dad come down to visit us one time, and she made turnip and mashes it all up, puts butter and spices and stuff in it. So it looks like mashed potatoes. And my dad had it and was like, "This is delicious. What is this?" Oh, it's like, "It's turnips." What? And he's just chowing through. So turnips, she kicks butt at. My wife, we first got married. It was like TV dinners because she was young, I was young. We didn't really know how to do anything, And she slowly got better and better and better, and everything she makes is delicious. So yeah. But I got a question for Terri. Do you like the beard this length, or was there a kind of a business beard length that you really liked, or do you want him to grow it bigger? What do you think about the beard? Because I'll tell you why. I've been growing this for a little while, and here comes trouble down the steps. I've been growing this for a while, and my wife really doesn't like the long beard, so I think I'm going to chop a good chunk of it off. So do you like the long beard?
I love it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want it longer.
Yep. It's fine with me.
I love it. Yeah. Can you call my wife real quick?
I will.
Well, guys, we have 54 in the chat right now. It is absolutely amazing. Thank y'all so much for joining in tonight. Again, if you have any questions, I would like to do something a little early, Dino, if you don't mind. Would you mind asking Bob and Terri the question?
The question. All right. So, if you could go see any musician, group, or celebrity, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
You can go first on this one.
Johnny Cash. Yeah.
For sure.
That voice, listening to him, I would just want him to sing, serenade me.
I'm Johnny Cash.
Right.
And with me, it would probably depend on the genre that I was interested in at the moment. But my first answer would probably be John Lennon.
Wow.
Because, I mean, I don't know that people who are younger maybe don't or can't realize what kind of impact he had on pop music and the entire culture as we know it today. A lot of that is because of John Lennon and his influence. But if we got into pure musicianship, it would be Tony Rice. He is a master, or was a master bluegrass flat picker. They still say, a lot of them still say, probably the best that ever sat down to an acoustic guitar. So if you like acoustic guitar in the bluegrass style, Tony Rice is your boy.
Nice. Interesting.
Well, that kind of leads me into backstage when we were talking about Dino's shirt and the story you told us. Terri, if you will.
Yes. I got babysitting money and I bought my first Kiss album. And I guess I was going to show my mom and dad. And my mom was like, oh, okay. You know, my dad looks at that. And then I thought, uh-oh. And the next thing I know, it was in a million pieces. And I was just like, oh, really, Dad? Thank you.
So,
Did you listen to it?
No, I just opened it.
So what you're saying is the Destroyer album got destroyed.
Yes, exactly.
Gone.
It's up to its name. I mean,
And I had to clean it up.
I will tell you a good. Terry's got the best stories. She has got the best stories. Graduated high school, Miami, Florida, in the 70s. Okay, so you've got to think back to that time. What music was big?
They weren't born yet.
Yeah, but they know. And who was big at that time?
Disco, Bee Gees. Disco.
Yeah. So
Disco, Bee Gees.
not Bee Gees hardly, but you're on the right
Beatles.
page. In her graduating class, someone was there who had a relative who was either associated with or a member of Casey and the Sunshine Band.
Sunshine Band.
Playing her graduation, for Pete's sake. And this was in the 70s when they were huge.
That's awesome.
Like, man, nobody has a cool story like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Play that funky music, white boy.
I think it was Wild Cherry.
That was Wild
Oh,
Cherry.
Wild Cherry. What was it?
You being a Cherry man should know that.
Boogie Shoes. Boogie Shoes. When they do that one, the Boogie Shoes, right?
Get Down Tonight.
Down
That's
Tonight.
the way I like it. Oh, and get a million big hits, man.
Yep. Shake, shake, shake.
Wild
yeah.
Cherry.
Hey, that's right.
One of the band members lived down in Mingo Junction, Ohio, and I used to drive past his house all the time. That close.
Who's that?
Wild Cherry. I can't remember whoever
Yes,
it was.
yes, Wild Cherry. Yeah.
Mingo Junction, Ohio. Hey, I like that cup.
Oh, Miss Kay.
Show us them cups.
That's Miss K, man, all the way.
Oh, come on, Brewer.
Uh,
Your booty, that's right. Lee got it.
Well, guys, you know, I am so, of course, we're all excited to have you here tonight, Bob and Terri. You know, I'm sitting here thanking and so thankful that, you know, every live show, every stream, it seems like there's a constant there. It's Bob and Terri are there just encouraging, giving out good advice, just being that solid rock for people, just always being that encouragement, and means so much to me. And you guys are such an inspiration and encouragement to me. It's not like I'm kind of giving my closing statement here, but I digress. But guys, I just what drives you guys just to be so interactive and so helpful to people in the chat? Now, you may not think you are, but I'm telling you, these people would beg to differ that are in the chat. So what just keeps you going to just be so encouraging and lifting and supporting everybody and so many companies? It's not like you just do it for one. You support multiple companies, and you suggested companies to me. In fact, one of the companies you suggested, we had them on the show. And of course, when Bob asked, we're going to have them on the show, right? So what keeps you guys going and keeps you guys so involved?
Wow, you got anything on that? I mean, we're just kind of who we are, man.
Yeah. There's so many good companies and so many, I don't know. We just.
I think as a community, if everybody would just think for a few minutes and realize, is I don't care if you're buying shoes, if you're buying a car, I don't care what you're buying. What you want is a good product. You want it to be something that you can count on to be there, and you want a great customer experience. Honey, in this community, we've got that in spades.
Yeah.
We're fortunate, man. We've got great makers. We've got people who care about what they bring you. I mean, there should be no room for bickering and arguing and fussing and complaining, and shouldn't be any room for that. Yeah. You like this? Good. Enjoy it. There's plenty of it available in this community. You like this type? You like this strength? You like good. There's plenty available. Enjoy it. And share with one another. Share your experiences with one another. To me, it's very easy. We're a blessed community, the bearded community.
Yes. Brewer brings up a good point too. Bob and Terri are huge supporters of content creators as well. I can almost guarantee you, anytime, and I see this all across the board, anytime I post something, it's reposted by Bob and Terri, and I thank you very much. It means a lot. It makes me smile. I know Dino and Chief are the same way. It's just keep, like you said, just keeping it going and paying it forward, 100%. Just everybody, you can just tell everybody how they feel about you. I hope you guys are able to see some of this chat, but just
we can see it. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, Terri and I are blown away because, I mean, we're just simple folks. We're not, we don't think of, certainly don't think of ourselves as anything special or feel that we've got anything special to offer. The only thing I have to offer, or that she has to offer, is who we are. And, you know, I mean, we can make that available to you guys as needed, and we're glad to do so. I know you guys did ask, where in the world did the name Frickin' Frack come from? Scratch that last question that Tara asked.
It's true.
She's dreaming again.
No, it's true.
But yeah, Frickin' Frack. Terri worked, as most of you know, some of you may not, but Terri was a NICU nurse for a lot of years. So neonatal intensive care. And one of the nurses that trained her, Terri and I show up everywhere we go. We kind of show up together. So I think
joined at the hip.
Yeah, maybe that perturbed her coworker. I don't know, but she made the statement, "What are you guys, frickin' frack?"
Nice.
So we laughed about that for years. But then when this whole thing came up and we were going to come up with a name for our handle, as it were, on YouTube Lives, that just seemed like a natural freaking prac. So that's what we went with.
Right. You know,
That's a cool story.
when you were talking about, you are who you are, I think you hit it on the nail. That's what makes you special, because you're not fake. You truly are passionate, and you're not fake about anything you do. And that's why people love you so much, because you're true people. You are who you are, and you're true to yourself. And, there's no fakeness. That's why everybody loves you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
I've been involved in some degree or another over the years in some portion of ministerial work. And I had a guy who asked me to share with his ministerial staff and just teach them. And he said to me, "You are the only person that I know personally in any function of ministry who has no agenda." And I said to him, there is no need for an agenda, particularly in that situation. The whole point was about Christ, period. Now, if we're talking about beard products, or if we're selling shoes, I mean, that is what we're doing. And I said to him, if it isn't about that, let's just knock off and go fishing. I mean, I like fishing too, but let's call it what it is and go do whatever we're doing.
Right.
I don't need to have an agenda, and we shouldn't have with one another. Let's shake hands. Let's look one another in the eye. I like this. I don't like that. Hey, good for you. You can like this. You can like that. And we can still shake hands. We can still look one another in the eye. We can still have coffee together. You can be a Republican or a Democrat, and I can be the opposite. We can still shake hands, look one another in the eye, and have that same cup of coffee together. You can be black, I can be white. We can still shake hands, still look one another in the eye, and still have that same cup of coffee together, still hug one another's neck, still live in the same earth, and still try to be there for one another's good.
Right.
And if you can't be that, then what good are you, man?
Right.
So there's my agenda.
Right.
That sound like Bob just watched one of my videos. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate the shout.
Any of the other lines that we divide over.
Right.
For what purpose, and for what good, and for what benefit? There are days when I wake up, gentlemen, and I don't get along with myself.
Yeah.
I don't expect you to always get along with me, or me to always get along with you. That's just how it is. But that doesn't mean that we can't come together.
Right.
I'm not the same as you. You aren't the same as me.
Right.
She and I aren't the same as one another. You just aren't. But you've got to come together.
Right.
And guys, it's not that hard.
Life is too short.
Yeah.
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
There was a demand, not a question. There was a demand.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it.
She never demands anything, but
I don't know what this even means.
I don't either.
Yeah, but see, this is not a True North Live. She can't make the
Well, I'm going to leave that there. Sorry, Tara. Hey, we do support True North on the show. But hey, it's enough said.
This man does impersonations, and he sings all the time, except he puts his own words in songs.
Sure.
And sometimes I'm like, huh? That ain't right.
Her hearing's going.
No. And he's always doing impersonations. He does Beavis and Butthead. Oh my word. He does Farmer Fred. He can actually, when Farmer Fred was on those movies, he knows what he's saying. He goes, oh yeah, he's just said blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what?
No, I don't think it's not hardly that bad.
Jeez.
He'll pop up with one someday. You get to know him. it won't stop.
I love it. Well, Dino, I want to start with you. I'm not saying we're ending the show, but any final thoughts, any final questions? Take your time. Something that you've always wanted to ask or know about Bob and Terri.
So I just want to say this. Thank you, because I know when I first started doing content and started doing my thing, you guys always liked my stuff. You shared it. You always showing support for me. I really appreciate it. It really does. For us content creators, it really makes us feel special, especially when you see that it's Bob and Terri, because you're like, oh, wow, they're so big in the community, and, they took their time and liked my, content, or they made a comment. It really does mean a lot to us. And I am so glad you came on tonight. And hopefully I get to know you better. Hopefully we can, in some messages, get to know each other some more. And hopefully, maybe not this year, like you said, but maybe next year, Buckeye Beard Battle I'll get to meet you, and but thank you for coming on, and thank you for being the special people that you are and doing what you do. It really means a lot to us, and nothing but much love and respect for both of you.
Thank you, my brother.
You sure you want him coming up here? Because he's just going to walk away with that belt, right? I mean, he's just going to walk in there and take the belt. Yeah.
I don't know about all that.
You've got a wonderful beard, a wonderful relationship with your lovely wife, and echo everything ditto. Echo and ditto. It's the same thing, right? Ditto everything that. Yeah. Such pillars in the community, and I don't think you realize how much you mean to people, and just simple words that you put out there, it's inspiring to people, and you genuinely care about people, and I love that. From the bottom of my heart, I love that. You two are beautiful people, beautiful souls, and I just love you to death.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chief.
Us too, Amber.
Yeah, there's so much that I could say, guys, but I've said a lot, and any time that it seems like, I know sometimes it's hard to believe that I can kind of struggle on some things and have a hard time, but anytime I've ever reached out to Bob and Terri, they've always answered. One of them's answered, and typically Terry's like, well, he's out walking. Let me get a hold of him. But there's always that advice there, and it means a lot to me, more than you will ever know. I'm so sorry that I didn't get a chance. And again, here comes some of that wisdom from Bob. I was really wanting to meet them when I went down to Florida. We were going to talk about some things, and I was looking forward to some cookies that Terri was going to make. But just the timing didn't work out.
She made them, brother. Don't worry about that part.
They're gone.
Go ahead.
Were they good, Bob? But I did get a chance to meet Greg Boswell while on a trip down there, which was really good. So, guys, I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart on behalf of the Bearded Chief and the Tactical Santa and everybody in the chat right now, all 54, 55 people that at one point or another were in here. Thank you guys so much just for being who you are, regardless of what you think about yourselves or who that you think you are in the community. You are pillars in the community and so well needed and so well respected. Please keep being you. I know that's all you know how to be, but just keeping that special moments alive in live chats and just the encouragement. It keeps me going, keeps me making these positive videos all the time. We love you. We thank you so much for coming on the Trace Amigos show. Do you guys have any last thoughts, anything you would like to share before we let these fine people go over to watch Melissa Copper-Johns?
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for asking, inviting, and embracing. Absolutely. Thank you so much. And to everybody who has been in chat or who is in chat, thank you. Thank you so much for showing up. We appreciate all of you.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
God bless.
And we thank you guys so much. I couldn't think of a better way to end this. Chief and Dino, do you guys have anything before we go?
Just Melissa's on right now, and
Absolutely.
Flaming Beard's coming on, the Beard of Respect at 9, and that's going to be a hoot.
Go support. Absolutely. We'll be there.
Well, I can promise you Bob and Terri will be there, and so will we. We hope to see you there, guys. And until next week, when we have Chad from Beards, Heads, and Threads on, we hope to see you next Thursday. We look forward to it. Guys, be good this week. Stay safe. Remember that this world could use a little kindness, so please be kind to one another. And as always, keep Christmas in your heart year-round. Good night, everybody.
Absolutely.
Good night.